Oh, this is going to be a massive episode, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Tigres in the Mexican First Division closing stage final, both legs, and we might be on the move. Welcome to the video, and there's no news on games to bring you up to speed on because we haven't played any since the last time you saw me. But we do start here at the job centre because the only place that's left for us to go in order to complete this Pentagon challenge is Africa. And obviously South Africa is the only leagues, the African leagues I've got loaded in. And I have no desire to go to a championship team. But I did see that we've got a couple of South African Premier Soccer League vacancies. And one of them is a team that's in fifth. So I looked at that, I thought, oh, okay, if they're fifth, then they must be a fairly decent team. And and it's a Cape Town City Football Club. And in actual fact, their manager has been sacked because they've been on a pretty rotten run of form, as you can see here. And they are at the end of their league season, I believe. Their most recent result was a 2-2 draw against Cape Town Spurs, which I assume if we end up at Cape Town City Football Club, they will be our local rivals. Now, if we have a look at the South African Premiership, you've got the top places here. You've got first and second, which rather than me assuming, let's go and have a look at the rules. So, okay, you've got a few periods and playoffs and whatever going on. We're not going to worry about that now. But if you finish first or second in the league, you go to the African Champions League preliminary round. And if you go to third or fourth in the league, you're potentially in the African Confederations Cup. It's got a little indicator next to it, which says depending on winner of the South African FA Cup. So presumably if the winner of the South African FA Cup is one of these four teams, then it will go to fourth in the league, I'm assuming, something like that. So the fact that they finished fifth in their league means that there'll be no continental football for them next season, no Confederations Cup, no Champions Cup, which would kind of make our season a little bit easier. But at the same time, they were only 9 points away from winning the league. And, you know, you kind of got Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, Cape Town Spurs, SuperSport United, who are obviously big clubs in this league. Kaiser Chiefs I know about as well. So they are obviously a massively underperforming team. If we have a look at who's recently won this Premier League, Cape Town City actually won it last season. So they are the defending champions. Then Sundowns for a couple of seasons, then SuperSport United for a couple of seasons, Kaiser Chiefs, Sundowns again for another couple of seasons, SuperSport, Sundowns, Kaiser Chiefs. Orlando Pirates are in there as well. So, yeah, they tend to be, along with Kaiser Chiefs that are down here, these five seem to be the main teams in the league, with Sundowns pretty much dominating. Don't know who Wits is. Are they even in that league? Oh, no, they're in the Division 2. Okay, so they're not even a playable team, that one. So, yeah, but however, what I have decided is I'm not going to apply for the job yet because we're about to go into the closing stage playoff final against Tigres. I don't want to give the game any excuse for me losing that playoff final. And I kind of feel if I apply for that job, the players might become unsettled or not be happy with me because I'm looking at moving on. So I'm going to take the risk that we can play the Champions League, the playoff final, both legs of it, and that still be available afterwards. And it is a bit of a risk because I don't imagine jobs at these top teams will come about very often. If we're not able to apply for this job, because let's just say it gets filled before I get round to applying for it, then we will just do another season with with Club America here in Mexico. But we will keep an eye on jobs that become available throughout the season. If one of the top clubs do become available, then we will apply for it straight away. But for now, yeah, we're in this position here. Let's get the schedule working properly. There you go. We're in this position here where we have Tigres home and away. There's only 4 days between, or 5 days between games. So hopefully we can hold out long enough. So let's move over to the matchday centre then, and let's get into the first leg of the closing stage final against Tigres. Like, I am going to put my hands up now and say that if we don't win this two-legged game against Tigres, we pretty much have no one to blame bar ourselves. The only team news we've really got is Brian Felix is suspended for this first leg after picking up his 10th yellow card. He misses one game. And Gerson Lopez is still away on international duty. I don't think we're going to see him again well, we know we're not going to see him again this season. But other than Felix, we are pretty much full strength. We've got Fabinho in goal, Rodriguez left back, Gallegos right back, Renan and Raul in the centre of defence, Contreras, Clavery and Ocampo in the midfield, Delator and Roas out wide with Layet up front. I am still persevering with Layet, even though he's on something like 9 games now without a goal. So I'm hoping that he comes good in this first and second leg and proves me right to stick with him. But is loyalty going to be my downfall at the end of the day? So here we go. Loyalty to Layet is on the line here. Or somebody else could just score the goals for us. I don't mind which one it is. They're going with 4-4-2 formation. We have a corner. Delator takes it, puts the ball towards the near post. It's now with Roas. Gets it back from Delator again. And I mean, the ball went to Layet and he didn't even get a shot away. There was an opportunity there in the first 5 minutes of the game. We are the away team, remember, and in terms of our league finishes with Tigres, we were first, they were second. Header from a free kick gone just over the bar. Only 5 points separate us in the league, so there's really not much to separate the two of us anyway. It is pretty close between us, and if we can get a win in this away leg, that would be absolutely fantastic. I will repeat what I say every time we have a two-legged game. Roas with a free kick here, just outside the area. Well, I say just some way outside the area, and yeah, couldn't repeat any magic. It did go wide. But yeah, I'm going to repeat what I say, that we need to just stay in the game as a minimum from the away leg. So if we get a draw, fine. If we lose, it could be by no more than 1 goal. If we can win, absolutely magic. Love it. And we're getting some highlights without any real chances coming from them. They win the ball back from us in their own third of the pitch now. But well won back from Gallegos. That was good. Layet now, he's through. He's at the post and then tries another shot and gets blocked by the defender. I mean, he's getting close to scoring. We've had 6 shots a goal, 3 of them on target, 61% possession. Average rating is slightly in our favour, but not by much, by like 0.01. Right, they have another free kick now, 37th minute of the game. They go short and they're just playing it. Oh, they're through. This should be 1-0, and it is. Escamilla, the guy that actually took the free kick, with the finish in the end, and Fabinho was unable to stop it. Let's just have a look at how this transpired, because they played it in short. Then it goes back to Todibo while Escamilla is here. Lovely little ball through there, and Escamilla putting it in past Fabinho, and that is 1-0 to Tigres. That is disappointing because it's their first shot on target, and we have been the better team in this first half. But the usual thing will be said, we don't take our chances. There you go. Right, let's get into the second half. And they've made 2 substitutions at half time. Rodriguez with a ball into the box towards Roas. They clear their lines. Contreras gives it to Clavery to Ocampo. And midfield 3 all combining there. Delator is into the box. Pulls it back for Rodriguez. Vincent Rodriguez is 1-1. He's only his 2nd goal of the season. He picked up a yellow card as well. And that gets us right back into the game with a lovely little goal. A midfield 3 combining. Then Delator into the box. Pulls it back for Rodriguez. And the rest, as I say, is history. Buries it very nicely. A reply pretty much instantly into the second half. And that will be nice to get. And don't forget as well, there is that rule that, despite what the rules say, it doesn't go to extra time and penalties. If the scores are level at the end of the 2 games, that was a golden opportunity. If the scores are level at the end of the 2 games, the winner will be the team that is the highest seeded team. And as we won the First Division closing stage league phase, we would be in that position. Right. Layet's going to come off. I'm going to bring Solbass, I think, on for him. And Ocampo's not playing particularly well. Bring Mendoza on for him. It pains me to take Layet off because I know how good he can be. I mean, he scored something like 35 goals this season, 32 goals this season. And we know how good he can be, but he's just on this horrendous dry spell, this drought, as they like to call it. Is that a penalty? It looks like that is a penalty. De La Torre looks like he's won us a penalty. We've just taken a Campo off, who would normally take our penalties. No, it's not a penalty. Okay. Well, that's a shame, because I would have liked to have had a penalty, to be fair. So we're heading towards the final 10 minutes of the game, where I'll look at making another couple of substitutions, I think. And see, I kind of want to take him off. I'm going to take Gallegos off for Oscar Flores. And then I think De La Torre, no. So I can't really take Clavery off either, because I mean, I have got, yeah, I think we will. We're going to, oh, didn't mean to click on his name. We're going to take Clavery off and bring Enzo Fernandez on. He's only got one more game left for us before his contract then will expire. Right, we have a free kick. Rice puts it into the box and Mendoza has scored it. Oh, it might be his third goal of the season, but the referee's going to have it reviewed by VAR. What a substitution this would be if it ends up being given. And it is. It's 2-1. Rojas with the ball in the box. Mendoza rises, heads it in. What a lovely goal. I was going to put us on to balanced mentality, but now the highlights started. I might as well wait. So here we go then. Can we win the ball back? Nope, they're through. Oh, it's gone wide. That was a poor miss. We were probably lucky there. Right, let's go on to a balanced mentality now. And there's an immediate highlight. I was hoping a balanced mentality would mean we wouldn't get any more highlights, but it's the end of a game of football on Football Manager. You always get a load of highlights, don't you? Right, here we go. At the moment, the highlight's in our favour. We have the ball. Renan has it, gives it to Enzo, to Mendoza, to Solbas. Good play from us at the moment. Rodriguez out on this left-hand side. Solbas has scored. We've brought him on. His 12th goal of the season. We brought him on for Layette. Enzo Fernandez, another one of our substitutes with the assist. Here's Solbas picking up the ball on the halfway line pretty much. Gives it to Rodriguez. He then gives it to Enzo. First time ball through to Solbas. Lovely, lovely goal. It's 3-1. And I'm going to go as far as to say, if we can keep hold of this 3-1 lead, I think we've won the whole tie, because I don't see us losing by enough goals in the second leg at home for us to not win this competition. Right, here's Solbas. He could make it 4-1. Pulls it back for De La Torre. Enzo Fernandez, it's 4-1. 5th goal of the season from Enzo Fernandez. We are 4-1 up against Tigres in the first leg. What a takedown from Solbas. Stops, brings it back for De La Torre to Enzo. First time shot. I mean, should the keeper have done better? And there you go. That is a full-time whistle. And what a performance that was from the boys. One of the best performances. Bear in mind, this is Tigres, the team that finished second in the league. That was a stunning, stunning performance. Right, let's get to the second leg and let's see if we can win the closing stage playoffs. Welcome back. And there's a couple of changes to the team. And that's mainly because Raul is suspended for this game. Brian Felix has served his suspension, so he just comes in for him and Renan keeps his place. And I have made a change up front. Solbas is going to start and Layette is on the bench. So the team we go into the game with is Fabinho in goal, Rodriguez left back, Gallegos right back, Renan and Felix. It feels weird not saying Renan and Raul or Felix and Raul. Raul has been ever present, but Renan and Felix in the centre of defence. Contreras, Clavery and Ocampo in the midfield. De La Torre and Rojas out wide with Solbas up top. Layette is on the bench. We do lead by 4-1, of course, from the first leg. So you've got to think, just play well, don't do anything stupid. And it should be as you can see from Tigres' recent form, 3 defeats in their last 5 games. They've not been on a great run of form, but they are a very, very capable outlet. So we just need to make sure we don't gift them goals and do something stupid that gets them into the game. I know it's a cliche saying, but you kind of feel the first goal is crucial. We do have a highlight at the moment. Contreras has it in the midfield, tried to find Rojas. They've now intercepted, but we get the ball back with Gallegos on the right-hand side. Gives it to Rojas, to Contreras infield, then finds Rojas again, and Solbas has hit the post. I mean, Layette hit the post in the last game. we we could have done with that going in, because then it would have just been, for me anyway, the final nail in the coffin, really. But here we go. Roas now with the ball. Clavery with a shot off. Thought he'd gone in for a moment. Then I saw the net ripple, but it hit the outside of the netting. Couple of decent chances in the first 10 minutes. We now have a corner. Delator will take it. In swinger from the right hand side. They clear their lines, but only as far as Roas, who gives it back to Delator. He's into the box. Delator, and it's just gone wide again. Can we just take one of these chances, please? Solbas with the in-swinger now from the left-hand side. Puts the ball in towards Renan, and it's gone just wide. We've wasted a few chances. We've had 5 shots at goal. Not a single one of them on target, though. We've not even made the keeper work, despite how good we've been at the start of this game. 66% possession as well. Like I said, I'm not going to panic that we're going to lose or anything like that, because as long as we, like I said, as long as we play well and don't do anything stupid, it should be a quite straightforward match, this one. And we could be seeing a trophy lift as well. Here's Delator now to Contreras. Renan gives it to Rodriguez. Infield to Contreras, our anchor. He's storming into the box, and then he's gone way back to Rodriguez. Contreras picks it up again, gives it to Gallegos, to Roas. Felix gives it back to Gallegos. We're just passing it about. And I don't have a problem with this. Just pass it about, keep the ball, starve Tigre of possession, wait for an opportunity to open itself up, and then take that opportunity when it arrives. That's the bit we don't seem very good at doing. But Roas is through now, and Roas has taken that opportunity. It's actually an own goal. It's not a Roas goal. It is an own goal. But they all count the same. It don't really matter, does it? So it's 1-0 to us, 5-1 on aggregate. And I've got to say, I was expecting a much closer run tie than what we've got here. You take the semi-final against Chivas. That was an absolute humdinger of a semi-final. And I was expecting a similar sort of thing here in the final. The keeper comes out and claims the ball from our cross into the box. Is there a sting in the tail from Tigre just before half-time? Or can we get a second of the game and a 6th of the actual tie itself? Here's a Campos charging through, pulls it back. Solbas has managed to not score from about 1 yard out there. It's hit the defender. It's gone out for a corner. Delator will take it. Ball towards the back post this time. They clear their lines, but Campo was chasing the ball down, then realised he weren't going to get to it and let it go out for a throw-in. And 1 minute of time to be added on, and that is it. We've had 9 shots at goal, 2 on target. They've had just the 1 shot, which was on target, to be fair to them. We have been the better team. So here we go. We're 45 minutes away from winning the closing stage of the Mexican First Division. And if we are here next season, then it does mean we'll be in a cup competition that pits the winner of the first stage against the second stage. I forget what it's called. And we would obviously want to win that, because then it means we're the overall champions in my eyes. Anyway, I don't know if that's officially how it is seen, but that's how I see it, and that's all that matters. Well, here's Solbas. He's got a chance, and it's a goal. 13 for the season. Bringing him in instead of Laet has obviously worked. It's 2-0 on the night, 6-1 on aggregate. I will call it now, folks. I think this tie is done. It is substitution o'clock, so we are going to look at making some changes. And Clavery is on a 6.9 and aggressive. So I think we bring him off for Mendoza, who had quite the impact in the last game. And Rodriguez is not playing particularly well. So we swap him and Gallegos over and then bring Flores on there. 25 minutes of the game to go. We have a highlight now with Tigre. Playing it around nicely as they look to build up an opportunity, doing what we were doing to them earlier on, basically. Come on, boys. Someone win the ball back. They go back to their goalkeeper as well. Oh, look at that. Well done from Ocampo. He pressed at the right time, and Solbas, with one of the simplest finishes he's ever going to have, his 14th goal of the season, his 2nd goal of the game. And that was very well taken from Ricardo Solbas. 3-0 now, and we are pretty much in easy street, I think is the right expression. I mean, that I don't understand that. Oscar Flores would have preferred to stay on the bench. Surely that's a player I need to get rid of in the summer or the winter or whatever they call it. Enzo Fernandez can come on for Contreras. And I think we'll bring Leia on for Delator. Just let him have a taste of the second leg. Right, they did have a corner, but they decided not to show it. Fine. I mean, I don't mind if you want to just roll through to the end of the game now without showing any more highlights. I'll be quite happy with that. We've clearly won it. We're 7-1 up on aggregate. Right, Enzo with a free kick from the left-hand side. It'll be an in-swing. It goes towards the near post. And I think it was Brian Felix was very close to putting that in for 4-0 on the night. But we're going to have 2 minutes of time to be added on. And that is the full-time whistle. And here is our trophy lift for the First Division closing stage. So I'm assuming this means basically we won the closing stage. We're stepping up. Everyone's there. Come on, give us a trophy. Let's get our hands on it. There we are with the trophy. The lift will happen very shortly. They'll do their little dancing. I mean, look at him there. Look at the goalkeeper. Oh, no, he's not a goalkeeper, is he? Whoever he was having a right old jiggle at the back there. And there's the fireworks. There's your confetti. There's the trophy lift. We have won the Mexican First Division closing stage. And I'm a big fan of that. It adds even more to my CV. Now what we need to do is, first of all, we'll have a look at my CV and Mexican First Division first and first. So what does this tell us we've won? It tells us we've won the Mexican First Division closing stage, the North American Champions Cup. That's the important one. The Campeones Cup and the Leagues Cup. 4 trophies in our first season and maybe our only season here in Mexico. Because let's have a look at the available jobs. Is Cape Town City still on here? Oh, wrong one. That was an anti-clock. There you go, it is. Cape Town City is still there. So we're going to click on it, view job adverts. I've not even looked at the job advert, to be fair. They want us to develop players using the club's youth system and play high-tempo pressing football. So the youth, they've got adequate academy coaching, good youth recruitment, average youth facilities. Okay. Develop players using the club's youth system. This is support, play high, so basically the same as that one. No transfer policy, no manager rules. An £82,000 wage bill. Wow, that's tiny. They're a 3-star reputation team. The finances are okay. We are going to apply for the job and declare interest in the job as well. We could, ladies and gentlemen, be on our way to the Cape Town City Football Club. And I'm quite excited about that. And you'll find out tomorrow whether we do make that move or not, because our application has been received. It's public knowledge that I want the job. So I'll see you tomorrow for the next video, and we'll find out whether we're going to be doing a transfer special here at Club America, or whether we are off to South Africa, to be precise, and the Cape Town City Football Club. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.